Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage tonight, doing a little bit of goofing around. And before we get into doing any kind of shooting, well, we might do some during this video, but before we get into any kind of real shooting videos, I have a quick mail call for you guys and a local treasure that I found that I'll show you last because I'm pretty excited about that. So, but stick around till the end for that. Before we get into any of the mail call thing, I just want to kind of show you guys a little project I've been working on. So I showed you guys this Crossman 788 BB Scout. I don't know, I probably picked this up 6 months ago or so. I thought it was going to be a winter project, turned out to be a summer project. It actually shoots really good. Didn't need a rebuild kit or anything, but it actually had a big chunk taken out of the, and I'll put a picture here of the before. I'm going to do a full video on this to kind of show you how I did this, but I just want to kind of show you guys because I'm pretty proud of it. I am going to probably paint it because the color match didn't come out quite as nice as I would hoped. Not as good as on some of the butt pads that I've done with this similar function, but I really love these BB Scouts. This is actually the second one I got. This one's an earlier one. This one was made in 79, and then I have another one right here, and this one was made in 86. So there's a little bit of difference between the two, not a ton. Mostly in the sights is the biggest, and the front pump handle is a little bit different between the two of them. If you notice, the pump handle on the newer one on the top here is a little bit longer, and the wood grain is not quite as nicely done on the newer one. The wood grain is kind of colored in a little bit on the older one, but so on the the newer one, and they did this on the 760s as well. They used to have the rear sight and the front sight were screwed on. The front sight was a plastic piece screwed in place, and then the rear sight was screwed on. But in these newer ones, they went to a stamped steel and just tack riveted or tack welded it on, and the front sight as well. But what I did was I actually learned this trick from a former coworker. But you take 2-part epoxy, clear epoxy, and you take a pencil, and I use a carpenter's pencil, get a nice thick, heavy graphite lead inside of it, and I just file a bunch of that lead into the 2-part epoxy before I start mixing it up, and it usually makes a really nice black color match. This one, for whatever reason, turned out a little gray. I must not get enough graphite in there, but even now it looks very presentable from even just a foot or two away. So, but I'll probably give it a little bit of paint just to give it a little bit of a color match. But these little BB Scouts are really, really cool. And like the name says, it just shoots BBs. Smooth bore, BB only, no way to even put a pellet in here. But you just load your BBs up here in the top like you would a, well, it's got a little loading ramp on the top, and it feeds very similar to when you were feeding a 760 with BBs, but it's just very tiny. Obviously made for a small person. So anyway, let's get into the mail call. So first one is and I'm not even going to open it up because I know what it is, but subscriber Barry contacted me via my email, and anybody can contact me via my email. It'll be down in the description if you have a question or anything. He contacted me, asked if he could get one of my t-shirts, and he sent me a check for that, and I will get that ordered up for you soon, Barry, and I really appreciate that. Again, if anybody is interested in a t-shirt, also, I don't even have any out here right now, but I have stickers with this logo on it too. I really am not asking anything. Just send me an email with your address and I'll drop one in the mail for you. If you wanted to send a super thanks or something like that just to cover the cost of the shipping, that'd be cool. But so I've got a subscriber repair coming in here. This is his first name is Robert. I actually just got an email from him today saying, reminding me that the tracking showed it got shipped. So I do have it, Robert, and we're going to take a look at it right now. If I can get the box open. There we go. So I believe, let's see, ooh, we got contact info here. Let me see. All right, just a business card in there. Cool. So, if I remember right, he said that this is a Daisy BB gun. I think he may have said it didn't cock properly. Okay. We'll save all this packing so I can pack it back up and ship it on back to him. But he did a really nice job of securing this onto a nice solid board. Let me get some nippers here to actually wire tied it onto the thick cardboard backer. That's one way to make sure it will arrive in good shape. I will save all that and ship it back the same way. But what we have is a Daisy model 99. It's a newer model 99. Very much like the model 499 from what I have been reading about this. So I think maybe the only difference, that's maybe the only difference between this and the 499 is the 499 is a single shot. I'm not really 100% sure. It really does look like the 499 just right off the bat. I do have a couple of 99s here in the garage as well. But the 99s that I have are the older versions. Where is the start of this plastic? Well, I'm gonna have to be ginger with it here, but I need to cut this off because I can't. Stand by. So I think I see a problem already. Really nice looking gun though. Plastic made it sticky, so it is already cocked, and so the trigger on these are a target style trigger, and they were known to be kind of fragile. But yeah, it looks like Looks like it's going to need some disassembly to figure out what's going on with that. But it's a really nice looking gun. So it's a 99 Champion. Let's see if we've got some. So it's a model 99B, Rogers, Arkansas. Let's see here, H90. So probably that's 1990 lot code, if I'm reading that right. So yeah, pretty cool, really cool. We'll get this fixed up for you. Robert, we'll get this fixed up for you and hopefully get it shooting real soon. So that's pretty cool. I really like tinkering with stuff like that. I've got several guns in the garage right now that need some repairs, waiting on parts and stuff like that. But now let's get to the local bring home. This is, so I actually had one of these in my hands 7-8 months ago from actually a channel member, one of the Walnut and Steel channel members, paid members, and he sent it over to me, asked me if I could do it was working fine except for the trigger was pretty heavy on it. More not so much as heavy as it was really vague, is the way I actually described it in that video. It had a lot of mushy feeling take up, and there was no like perceptible wall in the trigger. And I'll have to go back and review my own video to figure out when I do a tune up on this one. But what we have here is a very, very nice Anschutz model 335, and these are really, really cool air guns. I walked into the local gun store today and had a couple of Springers up on the table. One was a Beeman RS2, Chinese stuff. I don't know. wasn't real excited about that. So this one was sitting right next to it, and I'm like, "What's that wooden one there?" And he says, "Oh, it's an Anschutz." I said, "Here, give it." And I talked him down a little bit, but I didn't want to make him think he was giving it away. But I got it for a good price. But it does have, I believe, the original peep sights it would have came with. So again, going back to the history that I found on David's gun that he had sent me previously, these were made between 1980 and like 2003, 2004, and but this one, just like David's, is marked as being produced in West Germany. So again, we know our history. Our history lesson tells us that the reunification of Germany happened in 1989. So anything that's marked West Germany would have been before 1989. So that really narrows it down as far as production goes on this gun, between 1980 and 1989. I don't know if there's any way to narrow it down any closer, but it is in really, really beautiful shape. Very, very nice. The bluing on it is just superb. Just very nice. It did have one little, I don't even know if you can see it. It's right there by my finger. One little whammy on the stock. I did use some of this. I love this stuff. This is, I did wipe down the whole stock, but I used that on there. And if you're not looking for that, it's almost invisible. So, but let's go ahead and take a couple shots with it. I have no idea where the shot placement is going to be, but locks up like a tank. All right, just a little low, but that's okay. I haven't aimed this at all. It's got a little spring buzz to it, just a little bit of spring buzz. Probably just a little bit of spring tar on there will take care of that. Oh, yeah, there we are. So I was aiming, so that first shot I was aiming, so it's got a post in there right now. I really need to put a circle. I'll get my pack of inserts out and replace that post with a circle one that'll match up with those a lot better. But I was aiming so that the post in here was acting as a, making that like a lollipop, and hit right where I was aiming with the top of the post at the bottom of that. The next one I actually aimed where my top of my post was on that red dot, so that's can't ask for much better than that. Oop, that was a little low too, but it's shooting good. It's shooting good with good power. I really didn't know. So some of these German guns, like especially like the Feinwerk bows, had really bad plastics in their piston seals and stuff back in these days. That's better. But this one really seems to be doing pretty good. Just a little twangy, no big deal. Nothing like some of the newer stuff that I get in the garage here, and just sounds like a nasty old bed spring. But there you go. That is absolutely a fantastic gun. This is a really excellent addition to my collection. If you can't tell, I'm pretty excited about it. I have this. I have a couple of Virows. I have a bunch of Dianas and Winchester Dianas. A Feinwerk bow. Some really cool old stuff. I have, what's this one? This one's a Hainel and a Falk. That's a Winchester Diana. A bunch of other ones over here in this rack over here. Just so much fun. I love these old Springers. Just so mild-mannered compared to some of the big Magnum stuff they got out now, and just really hard to shoot. This thing's right on the money. Feels like the trigger's already working pretty good on this. I could probably do a little bit better, but I'm guessing it's in the between 1 and 2 pound range right now. There are some really nice adjustments on these. You can get them really tuned in nice. No safety at all. I like that. Yeah, that trigger's really nice already. There's no first stage at all. You just start to press it and it goes. So yeah, between like a 1 and 2 pound. But there you go. A little bit longer of a mail call type video, but had lots to talk about. So, but I really appreciate Robert sending that Daisy over for us to take a look at. I'll be doing a video on tearing that thing down and seeing what's wrong with that, and I'll get that t-shirt ordered up for Barry. And if anybody else wants a t-shirt, again, hit me up in the email down below. And till next time, have a great day.